Hey guys, what's up? In this video, I'm going to show you the cheapest TRD Pro 4Runner grill on Amazon. This is a replica grill, and with a little bit of work, you can make it look really good. Here's the letters that come in the kit. The paint on them isn't really good and it's kind of splotchy. Some of the areas are kind of black as well. Some of the areas are rough and need to be sanded down, and the 3M tape needs to be trimmed so that it's not poking out through the back of the letter, as you can see on that letter O right there. Here's the upper mesh grill. Looks perfectly fine, nothing wrong with it. It's a great piece. The OEM version of this piece alone costs more than the kit itself, so already we got a great deal here. And this is the black bumper piece that you attach the letters to. It has 3M tape on the inside to easily secure to your bumper. You could probably just use this piece as is, but since I'm going to be parking out in the sun all day at work, I'm going to take the extra step and use some black trim paint to resist fading in the sun. And here's everything that comes in the kit. Not bad for 120 bucks. So I got some fine sandpaper, a 400 and 800 grit. I got the Duplicolor trim and bumper black paint, and this should really help protect it against the sun while parked outside. So after sanding it down really good with both types of sandpaper, I gave it several light coats of the black paint. I pretty much used up the whole can. I also repainted the silver letters here. I sanded them down really good and I took off the rough edges. I used this Duplicolor Radiant Silver paint. And I topped it off with a clear coat for added protection against road debris. Doing these steps made the letters look way better. I also added some 3M tape in the areas where it was very sparse. I'll put a link in the description for the paints I used and this 3M tape so you can get some as well. These few extra steps made the letters look a lot better, and I'm definitely confident they'll stick to the bumper better as well. When applying the letters, you want to make sure they're all lined up very well. Peel off the backing of the 3M tape and only press down when you're confident that they are lined up properly. Once I knew they were lined up perfectly, I held them down each for 30 seconds. And now I'm ready to take off the old grill. Inside the engine bay, you'll find this cover here that has about 13 of these push pins that you'll need to remove. You should be able to remove them by hand, but you can also use a small screwdriver to get them out as well. Once you remove this cover, there's a few more pins you need to remove, and they're not push pins, but they are really easy to remove. You just need a small flathead screwdriver and then pry them up. There's a few more on the inside here on the bottom, as I show you here. And then you'll need a 10mm socket wrench to get rid of this one in the middle. Removing this upper mesh grill can be very difficult. There's several tabs that you need to make sure that they pop out and do not break. After wrestling with it for a little bit, I was finally able to set it free. There's about 6 tabs here, and if you're very careful, you will not break them. Now you need to remove all the screws that hold this stock mesh grill in. This middle piece right here is going to be transferred over to the new grill. Once you got all the screws removed, you're going to separate this painted piece from the stock grill and then transfer it over to the new mesh grill. Once you have the stock painted piece in place, you'll snap it together and reinsert all the screws. And don't forget you need to transfer this piece back over. Before you reinstall the upper mesh grill, you have to install this bumper cover first. You have to make sure that the notches are lined up before you secure the 3M tape. Otherwise it won't sit right and won't be secure. If you install it properly, the upper mesh grill will hold this bumper part in place where the tabs connect. Once you have it positioned properly, you can remove the upper portion of the 3M tape just like I'm doing here. Once the cover is on properly, you can reinstall the upper mesh grill and put everything back in its place. And then you can sit back and admire your work. I really like the way it turned out. I think it looks great. With a little bit of extra work, you can definitely make it look a lot better. This is definitely the cheapest TRD Pro 4Runner grill on the market, that's for sure. I'll put a link in the description so that you can find this grill on Amazon. I really like that I found it on Amazon because it was fast, free shipping. I got it within about 3 or 4 days of ordering, which is pretty great. And that's without Amazon Prime. I also knew that if I had any issues with it, Amazon has a great return policy, so that gave me some confidence in ordering as well. But I'm very happy with it at this cost. It was 120 bucks, which is way cheaper than the OEM price, which is $550 to $600. I think I spent about $30 extra for the sandpaper and the extra paint to make it look better as well. So really I'm at about 150 bucks, which is still great. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below and check out my links in the video description. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.